for a few months. Chris is the driving force behind IQM, and he's made the whole thing happen. He worked with the schools and worked with the mentors to make it happen, and it's been really good success for the last few years. Really big hand to Chris.
People here today, especially all children and young people. I must say that when I first came to Bath this afternoon and I saw all the versions, I thought I may be speaking to an empty room. So it really does make it marvellous that you all managed to find your way around. And also, what excellent presentations. They were such a pleasure to watch. And I would like to thank you all for all the hard work that went into presenting those of what we've seen today. 12 schools have now achieved the Bath and North East Somerset Inclusion Quality Mark, and 5 of those schools are with us today. And I would like to say that these schools have achieved the award not because they have ticked the right boxes, but because the values of inclusion and the promotion of diversity and equality for opportunity for all are living in these schools, and I think we have seen some of that today. As assessors, we go into schools and we meet a cross-section of the school community. And what we want to know is, does everyone feel valued? Does everyone feel a sense of belonging? And does everyone have a voice? All the schools here today have demonstrated that these values are a part of their policy, practice and culture. There are many examples I could give on inclusive practice that we have seen, but I would just like to mention a few. Firstly, the SMSA project at St Martin's Garden, which looked at the management and the development of SMSAs. The School Council of Bridlington, who last year organised an excellent Able, Gifted and Talented conference and invited all the secondary schools in the authority. I attended myself and it was absolutely excellent and just first class. At prize giving at St Gregory School, a Polish student interpreted the event for the Polish students so that they felt a part of the belonging as to what was happening that evening. The Visions and Values Week at St Julian's, where they explored truth, justice, inclusion, peace and courage, and involved artists and visitors. And of course, I have to say, the myth makers who presented today, we met those when we went in at assessments, and they were telling us all that they did in the playground. And an SMSA was telling us that she felt that she was almost on the verge of losing her job because they were doing just such a fantastic job in the playground. When we go into schools, we always ask, what is your understanding of inclusion? And people have told us that through working through the Inclusion Quality Mark, they feel that their understanding of inclusion has changed. Originally, they feel that the inclusion was just about the inclusion of children with special educational needs. But now they realise it's about the inclusion of all children. We also hear many comments made when we go into schools, which give us an insight into the schools. For example, on one visit, we had a tour of the school and we bumped into the caretaker, and he was removing all the scuff marks off the wall of the corridor. And he said to us, I think it's really important that this school looks good because it sets such a good example to the students. At another school, we spoke to 2 teaching assistants who were working with children with behavioural difficulties, and they told us that they were almost on the verge of giving up because they found it so challenging if it had not been for the support given to them by the head teacher and the encouragement that she gave them to go on. SMSAs have told us how valued they feel in the school, who had always felt very different at this particular school, felt that she was valued for the contribution that she was able to make and no longer felt any different. And finally, I would just like to say something of what children and the young people say when we go into schools. One child said, "I like everything." We didn't try to sort of ask her, "But is there anything specific?" But she insisted, "No, I like everything about my school." The dinner ladies always come up. Our dinner ladies. They give us lots of food and build us up. And I'll just give a few quotes now. "This school has given me more than I ever hoped for. I now attend every day and my grades have really improved. I am proud of my school and I am proud to wear the school uniform. Our head teacher is organised and wants the school to get even better. Teachers treat you with respect. They are examples of good models of the way to be. Finally, our teachers care about us. We know this because they help us to learn and they look after us. I would like to congratulate all schools here today on achieving the Bath and North East Somerset Inclusion Quality Mark and living your values within your school community. Finally, I would like to thank the mentors who support your schools and also the assessors who work hard in ensuring that the awarding of the Bath and North East Somerset Inclusion Quality Mark is robust, fair, just and equitable. Thank you very much.